What's going on, Diablo fans? Thanks for stopping in. I want to just thank everybody for recently who's subscribed, been liking the videos, commenting. The traction that we've been getting in the last week or so has just been amazing, and we thank you for it. And you are watching the videos of us finding crazy grail items and rare items and stuff. I just want to show you the character behind it. I'll show you the Amazon here. So this is my MF Amazon, and I want to show you some variants of what you could be using and stuff. What I use, what I feel is the best for this character, how to use it, where to farm. And let's be real, this character can do it all, right from clearing everything in hell to the Ubbers declone. I got a little bit of everything here. So right off the bat here, I like to start out. Let's start out with the stat allocation here. Basically, and I've never even restatted this character, so basically, um, enough strength to wear the gear. I don't go for max block, as you can see here, but it's kind of close considering I have a spirit on. But dex to wear your gear, basically your jabs, and then the rest in the vitality. Resistances are fairly good. I mean, I could have threw on a couple more charms or whatever, but yeah, that's the stats. Skills, pretty straightforward here. We're going to want to go one in jab, max power strike, max charge strike, max lightning strike, one in poison javelin, max lightning bolt, one in plague javelin, max lightning fury, and then basically in here for some one hit wonders, we got 1 point wonders, we got dodge, avoid, evade, critical strike, penetrate, and pierce. You want 1 point in all. Just these are all excellent. None in the bow and crossbow, obviously. So let's. That being said, that's what's going to give you your power and stuff, as you can see here. Charge strike damage of 7,168. That's with 10 charge bolts, so that's putting out about 70,000 damage. That's going to take the bosses one-on-one or anything really down really fast. Then I got Lightning Fury here. It's doing about almost 3k, and that's releasing 42 bolts. So what's that? That's 80,000, a little bit more damage, give or take. Depends on how it scales. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. So let's take a look at our gear. Here I'm using Titans for the 4 to skills, 20 to strength and dex, increase attack size plus stack size, and it replenishes quantities, which is really good. You're not going to go and heal your jabs, repair your jabs all the time like T-strokes, right? This is where it's going to get crazy of what I use and why I use it. I use a Crayon of Ages over the Shaco. You can use a Shaco. You can use a lot of different helms here, obviously, but this is the one that I like to use. One, I'm giving up a skill versus a Shaco, but I'm gaining 30% faster hit recovery. It's got tons of resistances on it. It's got reduction on it, so 10%, the same as a Shaco, but it's got 2 open sockets, so this is where you can play around with it a lot. I got an Umruin and a Topaz in here for the MF plus the extra resistances, and you will notice that Javazongs have a hard time getting resistances. So I use this, and solves a lot of my problems. As far as amulets go, you want a +2 to skills amulet of some sort, whether it be Mira's or a nice crafted one like this. This is a blood ammy that I made. It's got faster run and walk, a little bit of life stolen, basically $16 resist other than cold, which has 50, 19 to life. It's a half decent amulet. So I go with a Spirit Monarch for a few different reasons. One, it's got the 2 to skills, so it's going to pump my damage up a little bit, but it has 55% faster hit recovery. With that in this helm right here, I'm pretty much at the last breakpoint on my faster hit recovery. It's got 250 defense versus missiles, which is huge when you're taking on bow guys, anything with projectiles. Got some mana, 22 to vitality, and then it's got cold, lightning, and poison resist. Obviously, as I said, you're gonna have a hard time getting resistances on this character, so I choose to wear this. I use Enigma. You can use a lot of different other things. Like when I first started, if you watch our first videos, I use a Tal's armor, socketed with a topaz for extra MF, and then on Switch I had a Naja's puzzle or a teleport staff to get you around or whatever. But I have found Enigma, the ruins for Enigma, so I'm using this right now. Got damage reduction, 2 to skills, like it's gonna pump you up, right? This is a must. The Thunder Gods. I use this. Every Javazon should use this. It's got Lightning Absorb, 3 to Lightning Fury. It's got Strength, Vitality. I mean, this is the belt that you got to use right here, in my opinion. And as far as gloves go, depends what you want to do. And I'll show you in here in a second in my box. I do have other gear here that you could switch in and out if you wanted to, but I use 2 to Javelin skills. 20 IES would be awesome. I don't have them right now with MF on them. So I got the 2 to Javelin skills, but I got 21 MF on here, a little bit of lightning resist. And as I will show you in a second how much MF I do have on this character. War Traz, 49 War Traz. I got them for the MF. I mean, Tri-Resist boots, Treks, Water Walks, Silk Weaves. Any of those boots are good boots, but I choose to go War Travelers because this is an MF Amazon. Ravenfrost, so I cannot be frozen. And then I got just this dual leech ring. You basically want dual leech ring, right? As far as charms go, I got a torch, an Annie, one Java skiller. I do have Java skillers in here, but I have them off right now for all these MF small charms and resistance charms, just to make sure my resistances aren't bad. A Geeds, and then obviously this negative Sunder here for lightning. And you're going to want this to break immunities, even with Mimurse's conviction. You want this to break them first. As soon as they're broken, then the conviction's going to override it and go over top of that and really put a hindrance into them. On my Switch, I have a Whiz Spike because of the faster cast rate and the resistances, and then this here Spirit Monarch as well for faster cast rate. And I mean, you want to be teleporting with W, so you hit W, you're teleporting around, which I'll show in a couple minutes, and you just switch back and you kill. Right quick before I go into that, my Merce, clear him off right quick. So basically, you want you need this. You need an infinity. You don't need it, but you do. You want to have this infinity. It's going to make life a lot easier. And then just some gear on to keep them alive. We're going to Ith Vamp Gaze and a Gladiator's Bane. Ithril cannot be frozen. Got some hit recovery on it. These should be socketed with some nasty shit in it, but I didn't go that far right now. As far as shields go, though, like, I know people are going to say, why a Spirit Monarch? Why don't you use a Phoenix? Well, I do have one. I have used one. The redemption is awesome. I don't have to worry about mana because I pot a lot and stuff for mana, but I think Spirit's better. As far as staying alive, Storm Shield. You know what I mean? You got that huge 35% damage reduction. Got some huge block on it. Some resistances. Yes, I understand. This is good shield too, but I still think that Spirit is a better shield. And these are the Java gloves I was talking about, 220s. These aren't the greatest of pair, but you want to get that IS up, you can wear something like this. But I'm wearing MF gear. So looking at my MF, I have 255 MF. That's a lot for an Amazon. So as you can see in previous videos, I've been finding some stellar stuff, and this is the character that I'm using. So that being said, let's go out in the field and check it out. Okay, so here we are. We're about to tell you. I already pre-tellied this, so I can get there quick for you guys, but let's check it out. You're switching to your Whiz Spike. As you can see, it's not the fastest of tellying, but you're scooting around pretty good here. And for the most part, you can take some serious damage here, as I'll show when I go into Chaos or Bale. And I mean, as you can see, this just destroys. Look at this. I can teleport through all this, like minimum damage here. They can't even really get a good shot off on me. Even when they are, it's not that bad. And then, you know, you can scuff them up pretty good too, right? The 255 MF, you're not giving up too much damage. You can get this character obviously a lot stronger, but by using what I'm using here, gives you the damage that you need to take on everything in the game, but gives you that huge MF, so you can find the best stuff in the game, really. And skipping forward here, as you can see, and solo Bale, no problem. This wave is probably going to be the wave that gives you and your Mercs the most problems. Just the Hydras, right? Pretty much got to get your Mercs out of town there, but... That's basically it right there. Yeah. And it can do everywhere in the game. Like if I wanted to, I could go in through Mephisto here, Bale, whatever you want. You can see in my previous videos. Check it out. I have this character in Ubbers, for God's sakes, in full game destroying. So obviously you're going to take off some of your MF gear and switch out with some more of your powerhouse gear, but it works. And thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support lately, and until the next time, we get a video out every Sunday on Top Drops of the Week. I hope to see you then. From Sleepwalkers, take care.